the mounting pressure now on Nebraska.
Oh yeah, there you go.
To get win number 6. And I personally can feel it because I feel like Nebraska let that opportunity go at Michigan State. And that's a game that they should have. I think Nebraska beats Michigan State 70% of the time.
I'm going to go 50.
50-50. You say 50-50.
Yeah, on the road.
On the road.
Yeah. Now, if it's a neutral, I might go 6 of 10.
But Nebraska, it felt like they could have and should have won that game. And now, all of a sudden, you got 3 games, underdog to Maryland by a point or 2. You're probably going to be a dog on the road in Madison at night, and Iowa's going to be just like this Maryland game. So you've got just 3 tense Saturdays ahead.
Absolutely.
To get to win number 6 or more. And there is no guarantee. And
no,
I think everybody wants like, all right, this is where they're going to get their 6th win. You don't know where it's coming from. And that mounting pressure is starting to get bigger and bigger.
It is. I hope that the players don't look at it like I've heard media and people talk about it. I hope they don't look at it like, man, we just got to find 1 win in these 3. I hope they're thinking
3 wins.
We're going to win 3. What are you guys worried about? We're going to go win 3 and win the division. That's what especially Sean, don't you think that would be the posture of the veterans? Like, do you think Ty Robinson's over there at Memorial Stadium in the locker room going, God dang, Luke Reimer, I just hope we can win 1, just 1. No. That can't be the posture. It's got to be. Well, first of all, they're not looking beyond Maryland. But they can't be thinking we just got to get 1.
Just what it means, though, is so significant.
You see what I'm saying?
To get to a bowl. I mean,
huge.
And I think back to 2020, they went 3-5, but they were eligible to go to a bowl. And the players voted not to go. And
some of them did.
Enough that they didn't have an O-line and any quarterbacks that were going to really be available.
Great.
I mean, it was going to be trying to think who they were going to have to start at quarterback, but McCaffrey had already pretty much opted out.
Great.
Martinez was probably hurt.
Yeah. He hurt his ribs against Rutgers.
And it would have been a young Logan Smothers starting at quarterback. But they voted not to go. And in my mind, I'm like, God, this is a really significant decision because of like, hey, they haven't been to a bowl since 2016. Like, why would you like not want to kind of get that thing? Now it's the longest Power 5 bowlless streak in the country that could have been prevented.
Yeah.
But Frost tried to do kind of the in vogue thing to do. Let's let the players vote, thinking like they're all going to want to play the game. And they found out like, I mean, Bill Moose was irate.
Oh, that now sometimes what we do as media is speculate. And
that's not speculation.
This is 100% not speculation. Moose was hot. I mean, I guarantee you his meeting with Frost was tense.
Well, honestly, the relationship changed after 2020.
Yeah.
Yeah,
of course Moose was hot because he's old school.
Well, then Moose was gone by 2021.
Right. And now I don't want to get into a long defense of the players in that situation because you know my feelings on it, but you have to look at it from their point of view. It was a long, ugly March.
Yeah, the kids
COVID season was really
the kids were
weird.
in Lincoln without going home at all from May to December 18th.
So you can understand it from that side of it.
But the other side of me is like one more week.
Yeah.
It was going to be one more week.
Mm-hmm.
Like do it for the brand, do it for the program. You know, do what you're supposed to do.
You know how I feel
to be a Husker.
Right.
You don't turn down opportunities to play for the end.
Yeah, it didn't.
Like, think how many former players would have loved to have one more opportunity to play for that end on their helmet, and they voted not to.
Right.
I mean, you can't ever look past that.
Nope.
And the era of Frost changed at that moment.
It did.
Wandale Robinson transferred. Luke McCaffrey transferred.
Yeah, bad offseason.
Bill Moose was fired by June.
Yeah.
Or retired.
Yeah,
with a buyout.
he
retired with a buyout.
Yeah, hefty buyout.
So you can say he retired. I was fired, but
yeah, no, you're right about the importance of getting to a bowl. What I would like to see is Nebraska win all 3 or win 2 of the 3, and not just eke into a bowl game. You know,
when I've talked about this weekend, the 3-2-1 on HuskerOnline. There's always a chance they could get in at 5 and 7.
Yeah, God, I hate that
and
conversation.
They're 66th in the APR, so they're right in the middle. but then any 5-win team, that's how they're slotted based on those APR rankings. And
so they wouldn't automatically get in.
They're saying like 6 to 8 teams. And if that many go, they'd probably still go. But that can change quickly. We won't really know till later, but it would just feel dirty.
Kind of dirty, but we have that frame of reference from the Foster Farms Bowl when Nebraska kind of backed in, and it turned out to be a great deal.
They played a ranked team.
They played a ranked team, played well against UCLA, buried them on the ground. It was a good bowl experience, as you remember, in San Francisco. Not that I want to go back there now, but it was a good experience.
I didn't even go in the city. I came in later, and we just stayed out in Santa Clara.
So yeah, getting to a bowl would be huge. And in this conversation, I think mainly of the veteran players like Polar Bear, like Nash Hutmacher. I think of Luke Reimer. Mostly, I mean, let's face it, a lot of this is a defensive discussion because a lot of the veterans on that side of the ball. But Ben Hart, Nordi Nuili, those kind of guys. That's who I think about. That, Sean, I gotta think that they'll be hungry as hell tomorrow, Saturday. Hungry.
I'm a little worried at 11 a.m.
Yeah,
what the atmosphere is going to be like.
That's a good point.
Like,
no, it's never that very, very good.
It's a real soft ticket market right now.
Is it? Is it?
Yeah. I mean, prices are low, and I mean, you can get tickets. I mean, for cheap. Like,
God, I hate to hear that.
Yeah, it's you can get club tickets for. I was looking the other day, $71. This was like earlier in the week.
Yeah.
This is kind of one of those, but it's Peacock too. And that's going to confuse a lot of people. And during Beatrice, you'll be proud. I used the screen.
Beatrice, what are you talking about?
During my speech.
Yeah, your speech.
And I put it up on the screen to like show people how to get the Peacock. And
did?
There's a promo code. And there were guys like taking pictures of the promo code.
I would have
on the screen to get a promo code. I think it's Big Ten Fan is the promo code. And you can get Peacock for $40 for the year, or it's $6 and you get a month. But they're going to put a lot of basketball games on this Peacock. Like, God, Nebraska, I think has 4 hoops games on Peacock.
I don't like the way the world's going.
The Big Ten tournament, well, the first round, those bunny bracket games are going to be on the Peacock.
That's great. That's great to hear.
So it's not a bad deal to have because
it's not.
You're going to have a lot of games on there.
It's not a bad deal to have, but I'm not getting it.
I mean, you barely have cable.
Would you stop? I have cable, but I'm not. I don't mind saying this. I'm trying to kind of go away from it all. I'm almost tempted just to not have TV, and just go it that way.
Well, and this is what it's going. The Peacock type. This is what TV is going to. I mean, you like.
Then I'm going to the radio.
So ESPN had 110 million cable subscribers in like 2010. It's like half that now.
Interesting.
It's a more a la carte deal now where you selectively choose what you want for your content.
I'm going back to what you said. That's a soft ticket. I'm really interested in that because I just feel like we began this segment. I meant it. This is a big game. It's big for the program. I mean, it's why. Well, why is the bowl game so important? Because what you're trying to do is expedite growth, the process, expedite the growing process in this program. And the way you do it is win and show that you're making discernible progress that anybody can see. In the season on a 3-game win streak, I mean, think about what that – you have a chance to get to 9 then, Sean, 10. I mean – that is the way you want to finish.
I'll tell you, the students are a hard group to kind of get going, though. The 11 a.m. game is going to be hard for those kids to
get
in there.
It's fair.
And they leave at halftime.
I just can't worry about the fans.
Oh, I know, but it's these kids have not seen Nebraska win.
No, and I'm talking. And when I say you can't worry about the fans, I'm talking about the team. They just have to get their job done, and they can generate their own energy. It's kind of odd that we're talking this way, that they have to generate their own energy at home. By the way, I'll believe it when I see it. I think the crowd will show up.
You know who needs to bring the juice too is the band. Like, they want to go on a bowl trip. Think about if you're in the Husker marching band. You haven't been on a bowl trip since 2016.
Yeah, and so, I can tell the band. They're fun. You want to go.
Yeah, like the band is probably they're going to be the ones cheering the hardest because they deserve that bowl trip as much as anybody.
You want to go. I mean, they're fun trips. They're great trips.
Oh, yeah. And we've had many over the years, but They need to get that back this year.
Yeah, I'd love to see it.